Member for Peace River North.
Well, thank you, Madam Speaker. And I, too, would like to stand and talk about this bill today, the Housing and Social Development Statute Amendment Act 2009. I'll definitely be speaking in support of this bill. I think today is probably a good day for me to speak about it, as I'll talk about that in a little bit. But when you talk about income assistance, and certainly income assistance is designed to assist those that need income in times when they can't get income in any place else. And I think that's exactly what it was designed for. I think that's what it should be used for. And I think the current system does just that. I heard the member from Vancouver Mount Pleasant talking about some of the people that learn how to milk the system, and I think there's a lot of that goes on. In fact, I've had some folks come up to me and brag about the fact that they know how to get around the system and milk the system and not have to do their work and do their commitments and that sort of thing. And so that does bother me when the vast majority of the folks that are out there on income assistance need the income assistance. And what that does, when you have people that are out there abusing the system, it makes it that much harder for the ones that really need the income assistance to get on the system, and they get scrutinized much harder because of those people that are doing that to our system. You know, when you look at the crime, and I heard my colleague from earlier on speaking about the frustrations of the police and the police department, and I know that those frustrations exist. They do a good job. They go out, they catch the criminals, they bring them in, they book them, they put them through all the procedures, and then they let them go out and they go off to the judges and they get a slap on the wrist and they get back out on the street so they can go and do this again. And that frustration is not only frustrating for the police, it's frustrating for me, and it's frustrating for most people in the communities that are law-abiding citizens that don't need to be put through that sort of thing. When you talk about the breaking and entering and the assaults and the murders and the high-level crimes that are being committed out there, for us not to approve this bill and to make it so that those kind of people cannot be getting income assistance, to me this doesn't even make I can't even believe it's coming forward as a bill. I just think that should be common sense, that should be the case. But obviously I'm just too new to this government stuff, I guess. To me, it seems like if we weren't going to allow this bill to pass through, we'd be supporting and enabling the crime and allowing those people to continue to do what they're doing, and to import others from other provinces and import their crime levels. I think that is a crime in itself, and I'd be the first one to say I'll give them a bus ticket back home, and I don't want them here, quite frankly. And for the rest of this side of the House that wants them here, well, fill your boots. I think it's the wrong thing. We have a Charter of Rights, and the Charter of Rights, you know, I read through that document. And it's a wonderful document. It's a wonderful document. You can go through it, and it lists all the rights for each and every one of us. But you know what? Who needs that Charter of Rights? In this room, it's the people that break the law that hide behind the Charter of Rights. And unfortunately, I'm going to get a lot of flack for saying that, but that's exactly how I feel. To me, when you talk about a Charter of Rights, you should be talking about the Charter of Responsibility that goes along with that Charter of Rights. And that responsibility is when you commit crimes, all of a sudden you shouldn't be able to hide behind a Charter of Rights. And that's how I feel, and maybe some of the rest of you might feel that way too. Probably even on this side of the House might feel that way. The good thing about this here is that, you know, we can talk more about Charter of Rights if you want. I don't mind going into that debate for a while, because you got, with your Charter of Rights, anybody that wants to hide behind the Charter of Rights, I just don't think it's a good document whatsoever myself. And for 99% of the people out there, that document doesn't even need to exist, first off. And it's only about 1 or 2% of the people that it's even there developed for. And it's to keep the lawyers and the judges and everybody working to support the system. So anyhow, when we carry on here a little bit, this bill here still supports all of the families in the system that have their income assistance. It just doesn't support the one that's creating all the crime. And for that person, I don't think there should be any support for that person, and they should be going to jail where they actually belong. Last night was a really good night for me. A company that I was involved in before I came down here. We just had somebody break into my compound last night, stole a $30,000 truck out of my compound last night. And here we go. We'll support that guy. We'll endorse him. We want him to do that sort of stuff. Like, I just don't understand that thinking at all. He may be on income assistance. So anyhow, I thank you very much for letting me have time to speak on this bill, and I certainly support it. And I'll be more than happy to pay the bill to send that guy back to wherever he came from. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Member. Member for Nelson Creston.
Thank you, Honourable Speaker. Well, when I first read about this bill in the newspaper, the Minister for Housing and Social Development was saying that